Well, it seems like the upcoming Silent Hill 2 remake has caused Sony and Microsoft to lock horns once again. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, peeps? Your old buddy John, and welcome back to another video. So it seems Microsoft and Sony are bickering once again, and Microsoft is claiming that Sony is keeping the upcoming Silent Hill 2 remake from coming out on Xbox. So I have an article here from bloodydisgusting.com, and let's pull it up. So, bloodydisgusting.com. Microsoft claims Sony won't allow Silent Hill 2 remake on Xbox. While we are all pretty psyched for Bloober Team's upcoming remake of Silent Hill 2, recent developments regarding Microsoft's acquisition of Activison Blizzard looks to be throwing a wrench into things for Xbox owners. If you haven't been keeping up with things, Microsoft is currently at odds with the Federal Trade Commission over the acquisition due to an antitrust lawsuit filed by the latter. Microsoft has in turn tried to garner sympathy from the public and the FTC, claiming things such as Sony having better exclusives for PlayStation, and in this case, Microsoft has stated that Sony has blocked other game publishers from releasing their games on Xbox. In response to the FTC's lawsuit, Microsoft released a statement that not only denied the FTC allegations, but also stated that Sony had entered into arrangements with third-party publishers which require the exclusion of Xbox from the set of platforms these publishers can distribute their games on. Microsoft then listed off Final Fantasy VII Remake, Bloodborne, Final Fantasy XVI, and the remake of Silent Hill 2 as the games being blocked by Sony, though Microsoft incorrectly stated that Bloober Team was remastering Silent Hill 2. Keep in mind that this might all be hyperbole by Microsoft, as the Silent Hill 2 remake is being marketed as a timed exclusive and would be coming to the Xbox at a later date. However, that was also back in October when the remake was announced. Yeah, the announcement video or live stream. Ugh, God. So things could have changed. Neither Bloober Team, From Software, or Square Enix have responded to Microsoft's claims, though that's probably a wise move on their part. Regardless of this whole situation, Silent Hill 2 is currently in development for PC via Steam and the PlayStation 5, with the Xbox Series coming at a later date. So, when they did the whole announcement live stream for Silent Hill 2 Remake, they did say that it was going to be a timed exclusive and it would be coming out for Xbox at a later date. Now, yes, does Konami and Bloober Team have the right to change up that? Yes, they do. Do I think they will? No, I don't. And I think what Microsoft is doing is exactly what this article says. They're trying to play on the sympathies of the Federal Trade Commission because they want Activision Blizzard badly. Because if they get a hold of Activision and Blizzard, they are going to have a chokehold on not only Call of Duty, but all of Blizzard's IPs as well. Diablo, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, so on and so forth. Is Xbox correct, or Microsoft correct, that Sony does have better exclusive? Yes, they do. And I've said this for the longest time, and I am a huge Xbox fan, but Sony has been killing it with their exclusives. There's no arguing that. And Microsoft can blame no one but themselves for that situation that they have put themselves in. They had Bungie at one point in time. They lost them and instead got 343 Studios, which has basically killed Halo. They had Epic Games with Gears of War, and then that went to shit because, let's face it, the last game wasn't all that great. And they've had so many other chances to bring on other game developers and first-party studios, and they have failed to do so outside of Bethesda, id, and Arcade Studios, which all fall under the Bethesda banner. So basically one company, and then their little arrangement they have with EA, which I think now has been extended to both Microsoft and Sony. So that's not really exclusive for them anymore. Microsoft's going to have to step it up to compete. And they have went in the right direction for the most part. I mean, I've just recently got back into gaming, but what little I have seen, Sony still has a stronghold on the gaming market. I mean, if I can pull this up right now, as of 2022 or September 2022, PlayStation controls 86.84% of the market share for home video game consoles, with Xbox only having 13.12% and Nintendo 0.04%. So with that said, who do you think these game developers are going to side with? They're going to side with Sony because Sony right now controls the majority of the market share. Money talks, bullshit walks, right? So Xbox is going to have to take a look inward instead of outward and try to bring in more first-party developers. If that means going out there and scooping up a bunch of indie game developers, so be it, because there's a lot of great indie developers out there that Microsoft could scoop up right now. And that would be a big plus for them, and that would also help them increase their market share in the long run, especially with 2023, because their projection forecast for 2026 is they're going to gain a 7% market share, and they're forecasting that Sony could lose 4 to 5%, but still, that's not a very big margin. But with that said, guys, you all let me know down here in the comments below what you think of this news. Do you side with Microsoft in this, or do you side with Sony in this? Do you think that Microsoft needs to blame themselves for this happening, or is Sony in the wrong for keeping Microsoft from getting Activison Blizzard? Let me know down here. And also, while you're at it, could you please hit that subscribe button, Hadouken that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. It always helps. And as always, it's been your old buddy John, and I'll see you again next time. Ooh, ooh.